Okay, I am back. It is Train Tuesday, which means more cursed trains. Maybe I should give everybody a few seconds to come into the live stream. Hopefully this time around there isn't as much clicking issues because I made some adjustments to my microphone so that it's a little bit further away. But I make no promises. Shoot, I just heard one. I'm just hoping that doesn't go through, of course, but yeah, while that's just going on, I may as well just hop over to the little bit over here. And let's see. Let me see here. I need to find my tab. Here it is. Is it gonna recognize it? I have a strange feeling that it's not recognizing it, so let's see. Make some adjustments. We will select this. Okay. Okay, I think we're good to go. May have to shrink this just a bit. Nope, I was wrong. I was totally wrong. Now I can't get it to the original ratio that I wanted it to be. Dang it. But anyway, we left off at a post I made about monorails. Cursed monorails, of course. Some of them much more practical than others, but regardless, they are still, in some capacity, super duper cursed. And we should be able to get back into it straight away, and we can already see some of the most low effort stuff for this evening, hopefully. Hopefully it goes up from here. But yeah, I made some adjustments now, so when I use expressions, it actually doesn't mess around with the control key anymore like it did before. So I've got better hotkeys now, which all I gotta say to that is chef's kiss. But yeah, this one's nothing to write home about, so we'll just make our way over to... Ooh, that's a big yikes from me. Just, I don't know where this came from, but someone needs to kill it with fire. And let's see what we got over here. Something's off about this locomotive. I can't put my finger on it. Is there like a third cylinder? Or is it something else? Or is that a second tiny boiler right underneath the main boiler? Because if that's the case, that's going to be a problem. Let's copy the image and find out. Just need to get my fingers oriented correctly on the keyboard. The British Rail Standard Class 9F. An experimentally built locomotive with Franco-Costi boilers, whatever that means. Type of boiler used for steam locomotives designed in the 1930s. The main difference between this and conventional water heaters widely used on the continent is that the Franco-Costi boiler uses both exhaust steam and exhaust gases from the firebox. Oh. Yeah, so that is an extra boiler of sorts. Yeah, that's gonna be a big yikes for me. So thanks, Google. Let's head on to the next one. I think we've seen this one before, to be honest. Now that I think about it. But it's a 440 tank engine. This one is also a repost. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I wanted to scoot over. Brunton's propeller. But I think we've seen a scale model of this actually in a previous post, seeing it in full operation as it was intended. And yes, it is an atrocity. But this one, though, just holy. It's got the pistons on the inside, but the valve gear on the outside. That kind of defeats the point, doesn't it? Or are you trying to get the best of two worlds and getting neither? These and other questions I should probably get the answers to. Trevithick's Cornwall NW Railway, built 1847. But yeah, if we make a bigger wheel, it goes faster. Because why not? Tractive effort? Never heard of it. But yeah, there's hardly anything to this thing. It's just, it's all wheel. It's just all wheel. Now this one's a keeper. This one's definitely cursed in its own right. If only because there's the fact that it's so flipping tiny. That little, I would say Plymouth shunter, but it's not a Plymouth shunter. But it's some sort of diesel mechanical locomotive switcher of sorts. It's adorable, it's cursed, I like it. It's blurst. Next image. Oh, yeah, this one's a repost. This, though, I don't know why it's got such a giant buffer. I guess we're just gonna have to find out. Just gonna scoot this over. Paste it to here. The Type 10 SNCB in French wiki. Oh, it's in French, so let's translate it to English. Hey, welcome to the stream, SFFS fan. Glad to see you're here. So let's see, the Type 10 of the Belgian Railways was a fast steam locomotive with the Pacific wheel arrangement. First subseries, 28 units produced, followed by a second subseries slightly later and specialized for the Brussels Ostend line. And boy howdy, is that a very, very long front. Like, in such a stubby little boiler by comparison. Actually, no, wait. Have we seen this before? That cabin looks very familiar. I should probably go into this a bit deeper. Beginning of the 20th century, engineer Jean-Baptiste Flamme designed several series of locomotives used with the principle of overheating. Oh, superheating, sorry. The machine translator is not cooperating. After testing compound engines on types 6 and 8, he evolved to a 4-cylinder single expansion engine. But it doesn't explain why it has such a large front buffer. I'll go have to look into this a bit deeper. But it'll be a story for another day. Classic Toby. in all its glory. Oh, doing alright. I was hoping that I'd be able to live stream around an hour ago, but that's just not how things panned out. It's like I got anxious, so I went to the restroom, and then I spent forever and a half trying to deal with that, trying to get back into my room after less than 5 minutes of just doing my business, and then I'm working down here just making sure that everything's set up, and then my nerves kick in and I have to use the restroom again. And there were a bunch of distractions, of course, because there always is, and whoever made this, I humbly request that you please delete this, because just, holy, nobody needs to see this. Let's see, believe it or not, there are 2 LMSs on different countries. Which one is better? LMS versus LMS. I don't know, I think the British one's better, but that's my opinion. So. Oh, don't worry about it. Like, I still have them available. I've been busy just editing stuff and getting things together. I think the last stream, or the hardest stream I needed to edit, is finally done. And this Canadian Pacific can just go right in itself, because, oh boy, that looks goofy as... Just look at the size of this thing. There is no subtlety, because the rest of the body of this locomotive is as wide as the cab, and I'm pretty sure that's not good for reversing. But yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I might be able to make some adjustments. Oh, and some other good news. Everyone. Or to just SFFS fan, if you're the only one here. I got a super duper 16 port USB hub. Oh. I'm sorry to hear about that. But hopefully this will make it better. So, I got a 16 port USB hub that's powered, and now I can plug all of my into it and not have to think twice about managing my USB ports, because my poor computer, I don't even think it has more than 7, if at all. Just what the... I have so many things I need to hook up at the same time. Oh no. Oh no no. Oh no no no. Oh no no no. Oh no. Just a whole host of no. Just a whole host of no. Just... How do people think of these things? I swear. It'll confound me to no end. And I'm not sure where this is from, but it does look kind of interesting. It reminds me of a video we saw in a previous stream, except it was with a Japanese train that was just jumping the tracks for no reason, and then jumping back onto them. Like Tootle. I was thinking that I'd only be able to see 2 images of locomotives multi-track drifting like this, but I'll be if I see a 3rd one, because this is the 3rd one. And then there's whatever this goofy looking locomotive is. Like, how on earth does this work? feels like the side rods are just for show, and this is supposed to be like a gas or diesel mechanical locomotive of some sort. Sort of turn of the century, you know? Because those side rods ain't doing nothing. In any capacity. And those were all the images there. I think I also got sidetracked earlier trying to make another post for today to serve as my submission for the stream because I knew it was going to take forever and a half, and the way things have panned out, it's probably for the best. So, talk about a scale issue. Dude's got way more air than I would have anticipated. But why so sad? Why so sad? What's the matter? So long as it's not too personal, I'm totally fine lending an ear. Oh, okay, that's better, that's better. You had me worried for a sec. So we got ourselves another classic train wreck. And this one's so fresh that the boiler in this one is still running. Oh, okay. Ooh, I forgot today's election day. If anybody's old enough to vote, I hope you voted for your special elections, because apparently this is a special election year. We got ourselves a chicken walker again. Now this one's got brownie points in my book. Is truly blurst. Let's take a closer look at this bad boy. Yeah, that's the stuff. Steam-powered bulldozer. Don't just vote for Obama, vote for Tobama. It's Toby plus Obama. It's Tobama. Sure, it might be so Jover, but we're Barack, baby. So yeah, I feel like this is an RC toy that somebody made custom, and I really want to take a look and see where it came from. Gear Pig. Oh, yeah, Stitches and Paint Thinner by Gear Pig. Okay, so technically it's... Oh, I guess it's a band? Just gonna pause this here for a sec. Yeah, this is just... Yeah, this is just a music video. But I really want to know where this thing came from. Like, 2 out of these are Pinterest. Maybe it's on Facebook, or not. Oh well, I guess I'll look into it a bit further later. And I think we've seen this one before. Still cursed, of course, but we've already seen it, so... Okay, so this... the Delay Express. Yeah, that's gonna be a big yikes for me. Oh boy. And look at that. Look at that hammer just... It's arcing electricity because it's so violent and loud. And for some reason it looks like the numbers are all messed up. Like... Why do I feel like this is some sort of, I don't know, I feel like this is a Photoshop, but I feel like it's also something that was partly hand-drawn or some mixture of the two. I don't know. Unless it's AI generated, which I highly suspect is not the case. Oh, yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Anyway, so Delay Express, that's definitely cursed. Definitely causing confusion and delay. May or may not become a thumbnail. So, Spider Train is Spider Train. Spider Train. And boy, does this one look really cranky. But yeah, I don't think your Colt revolver's gonna stop this thing. Like, holy. I love it, but it's cursed. Super duper cursed. To the illustrator, I think their name is down here, MP Davy. I salute you for your cursed content. Anyway, next up is, oh gosh, it's a steam-powered crane with its own dedicated tender for the Union Pacific. Now that one is truly novel. Now it begs the question. Now normally steam-powered cranes couldn't move under their own motive power. It just had a boiler that would power some pistons that would just move a bunch of cables up and down. Yeah, the crane, man. But yeah, super duper cursed, but also super duper awesome. And this steals your tender. Yeah. And it's a Vanderbilt tender too, which makes it even weirder. But I like it, though, for some reason, and I don't know why. But yeah, that is definitely something. And that's the first one again, so we'll be able to move on. I feel like I saw this on Pinterest the other day. Where's the spoiler image? There it is. But yeah, Japanese Cape gauge locomotive. Apparently there's a platform on this side and this side. Operator cab here. And for some reason it's got this oval. I don't know what it is about some of the industrial designs to some of the locomotives. Or actually in this case, electrical multiple units with the cab cars. Because sometimes they just kind of look goofy and sometimes they look truly brilliant, and sometimes it's a combination of the two, and sometimes I just don't know what to make of it. Doctor Strange, yeah, it does remind me of that. Let's see, this one's a custom with a human cannonball, and for some reason it looks like they used Power Rangers for some reason. Or knockoff Power Rangers, I should say. But yeah, Cannonball Joe Lesser, that's what it says. 1998. Props to whoever made this. I feel like this is an image from a listing on eBay for some reason. I do wonder, though, if it works. Like, if you just pull this here, and then you let go, and then it forces the plunger down using a spring to launch action figures. Yeah, I could imagine that would be a great set, but I think someone's going to get hurt. Which is probably why they'd never sell it. Unless the figurine was made from foam. Cursed train of thought. Yep, that definitely checks out. But definitely not the worst thing out there. I think the worst part is probably the design of the locomotive. Because there's nothing holding up these axles. And then there's this curse atrocity, which, hold on a sec. Let me just zoom in here. Yeah, that's super bad, but it's also cursed because it's super duper small. So let's try to see if we can find a better resolution image. I feel like this, yeah, let's not get too far into that train of thought. Here it is. It's a better resolution. Oh, didn't mean to do full screen. Oh, you're welcome. But yeah, I'm looking at this. This is super duper weird. Super duper surreal. Definitely nightmare fuel. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. And then just Train of Thought by BumpyBrains.com. Yeah, they weren't trying on this one. It pretty infantile at best. U.S. engineers using a modified German Stug assault gun to shunt rail cars post-World War II. They removed the casemate and gun for better visibility when driving it. Train of Thought should investigate wartime-related railway stories and oddities. Hey, Dr. Ducks. Welcome to the stream. We're just looking at cursed trains again. And here we're looking at a modified German war vehicle in the post-war, shunting freight in the yard. Because, of course, those treads bring all the boys to the yard. Also brings all the cars to the yard, too. But that's beside the point. I really need to buy a mouse pad because you can hear this, and it's annoying, and I have to edit it out afterwards. I think they left something behind. Can't put my finger on it, though. You think? But no, seriously, in all seriousness, I think this was on purpose. I just think that the boiler's in the shop or something. Ooh. A BR-52 condenser tender. Franz the Fox Demon says, I have no idea if something like this was posted before. It's still an unusual piece of tech for those who have never heard of a condenser tender before. But yeah, is the condenser supposed to just take all the steam that exits the steam locomotive and just re-vents it back into the tender to be used again? Because that doesn't sound very practical for all intents and purposes. Maybe it warms up the water in the boiler or something. I don't know. That's probably not how it works. Not how any of this works. Because of course not. So, condenser tenders. Let's take a look at that. Because this is the first time, or maybe the second or third time I've heard of this. What on earth is this? Security forces. No, this isn't the right kind of tender. Condensing steam locomotive. Type of locomotive designed to recover exhaust steam, either in order to improve range between taking on boiler water or to reduce emissions of steam inside enclosed spaces. The apparatus takes the exhaust steam that would normally be used to produce a draft for the firebox and routes it through a heat exchanger into the boiler's water tanks. Installations vary depending on the purpose, design, and type of locomotive to which it is fitted. Differs from the closed-cycle condensing steam engine. But yeah, that's assuming that the wiki's correct, because there's been many instances where it was wrong. Oh boy. Oh! Found it! There it is. I can see why they did this. I can see why they separated it. Because it was just too big to fit onto a truck. They didn't have a depressed flatbed car that was large enough to carry all of that. At least safely. Because, gosh dang, that is still a wide load. Still not as big as your mom, but still. Oh! Anyway, let's see. Rail Fran Loy says, Happy Halloween. From Mike Ray Customs. Not the worst thing I've seen. It's more cursed in the spooky season kind of way. Superior coupling system. Yes. Knuckle couplers or any of the other exotic stuff. Or Lincoln pin. Me, an intellectual, uses a truck trailer hook. Cassidy's nuts. And yeah, we got ourselves a tiny little shunter for a field railway, or Feldbahn, as they called it in Germany. And we got some mining skips along with it. And for some reason, there's a telephone booth in the corner there of the picture, and I don't know why. Okay, so maybe this is supposed to... Yeah, this is the same locomotive, just at a different angle. We should have seen this first, and then seen this. And then probably seen this. But that's not for me to say here or there. Anyway. Wholesome, yes, this time. Though, we may be able to post something that is a lot more spooky, and of course is going to be bad to the bone. Anyway, so this 440 nightlight. Yeah, somebody needs to go... Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Yeah, someone needs to go and perform a wellness check on whoever designed this. Because clearly they need some help. Like, the geometry of that piston and the running gear just doesn't match up. Like, somebody just made it in 5 minutes or something. I don't know. Okay, fine, Steam Man. Sorry for the ping. So yeah, here's the boiler. They're probably going to stick it back on. I can see there's a giant gaping hole here, and I have a suspicion that they're going to have to fuse it to the rest of the... Yes, I love the soundboard too. One of these days I'm going to get a better soundboard. The Ford rail motor. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no, no. That is just all sorts of yikes. Flex tape and good as new, yes. But also here, definitely a flex tape job if I ever saw one. Just yikes. Oh, 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 and look, it doesn't just have the combustion engine in the front, it's also got a front cab over here, so you can power it from either end. Just holy, that is really bad. Just somebody burn it with fire. And we got ourselves a Koof locomotive again. Somewhere in, presumably, Northern Europe, mainland Europe, of course, or in Scandinavia. And then we get this thing. I don't know what this is. The O and VE locomotive. Sadly. Oh, and yeah, there's a repost of something I posted ages ago. Ooh! Ooh, 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 ooh. I really want to take a closer look at this bad boy. And then there's whatever this is. Just wow. Just wow. And this one's a repost. The Santa Fe. I'm hearing the tugboats theme right now. And this is an image from the aftermath of a derailment, and the passenger service is just resuming. And then there's whatever this is. Just saying hi to his friend. No big deal. So yeah. I don't know why there's a ship. I'm assuming it's because it went to a yard that was heavily focused on the Santa Fe Railway. So they'd be contracted to do the service to move the boats into port, and then the break bulk or intermodal freights would be put onto the trains, which were also operated by the Santa Fe Railway, and that way they could just kind of double dip on shipping. But yeah, I don't know what this is, but it's definitely a cursed custom if I ever saw one. Sorry, I cracked a bone. And we got this little boy here. Little guy just minding his own business. I need to make something like this one day. Though I'm not sure I have a locomotive that I can sacrifice. And we should be able to take a look at this. I have a strange feeling this is just a broken model, but wouldn't it be interesting? Wouldn't it be interesting if this was actually a crane that also turned into a pile driver? Because it does remind me of the pile drivers I used to see all the time over outside of Freeway 87, I think. There was a lot of road work there, and they needed some pile drivers, which basically were just cranes with an extra attachments for pile driving stuff into the ground. Maybe, but when you're on a railway and you don't want to have to contract a third party, no, not even close. This is definitely not a Ferrari. Now this, oh boy. Just, some streetcars just hit different, you know? It's got an extra, how do I describe it? It's got an extra attachment to increase the height so that the electrical contact arm can go up to the catenary wires, because the regular pantograph just wouldn't cut it. I'm not your mom, do what you want. So yeah, I saw this on, curiously enough, I saw this on, where was it? That dumb website that always has those images in Google search results. Yes, oh boy. So yeah, this was on that stupid website, whose name I don't recall, that shares images ad nauseum that I saw earlier today. What was it called? Why can't I remember it? I hate that website so much, even though it can be useful sometimes. And I think this is actually a repost, but I still appreciate it nevertheless, because this is janky. And I don't know what kind of a station platform would be underground like this. Other than, I don't know, extra protection? And we got ourselves our little Koof locomotive on a standard gauge track running down the road. Just the best of little short boys. Yeah, you're welcome. Always glad to help. So, what's wrong with... Oh. I see what's wrong with this one. It's not just the running gear, but it's also the wheels. Yeah, happy Railroad Day, everybody. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. and everything in between. Usually for the wheels here, I'd expect there to be 3 axles, 6 wheels total. Here, however, we have 4 axles and 8 wheels for a tender on a British locomotive of this kind, and they're completely consolidated together into one solid, rigid frame instead of being split up into a bogie over here or a bogie over here for easier navigation on turns. Which means this thing probably wouldn't be able to do much without derailing, of course. Let's see, Odini B. Probably just needs some flex tape. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Oh, what is going on here? What is going on here? Is the brake shoe broken, or what is going on here? Something is clear. Oh, it's the wheel. It is the wheel. I was afraid it was the wheel, but it completely broke. And the worst part is, I thought the flanges were separated from the rest of the wheel so that they could be easily replaced. But, dude, not only is part of that flange taken off, but so is part of the main wheel. Just holy, how do you make a mistake like that? How do you not inspect your train before you send it off like that? This has to be America, I swear. This would never happen anywhere else. Oh man. Oh, and here's another angle to make it even more clear what's going on. Holy, yeah, it does look like somebody just ate a pizza. And so yeah, here's the lip of the flange on the flange tire, which for some reason looks like it's perfectly fused with the wheel on this axle. And oh man, I don't know how any of this works. The physics did not reflect what I was expecting to happen. Normally it's just the tire and that's it, not the rest of the wheel. I feel like if I copy the message link, I will probably just get spirited away somewhere, so I'm gonna open this in a new tab. Oh, I guess not. Okay, so I guess we're safe. For now. I love apples. Now, let's see. This one's kinda goofy, but it's not the worst thing I've seen. I just feel like they just kinda improvised in trying to engineer this. What would you call them at this point? I don't know. Let's take a closer look. So we got Zombie Boy, Regal Girl, Flexing Dude with Freight. Let's see. Orbital Trains, Orbital Truck, Orbital Tram, Orbital Cars, Orbital Bike. What is this from? I sincerely don't know. But yeah, I can see this here. I need to take a closer look. Let's full screen this. There's no sound. Oh gosh, the DCC still works. And the LEDs too, that's gonna be a big yikes. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. I guess using the alt button actually does something on Discord to start the video all over again. So, yikes. What's wrong with the apples from Chile? And then there's whatever this is. Change speed by characters, your characters, engineer nath 999. And it's just a sus train, because me. So, we're just gonna move on from there, and we're gonna finally see what this is. And now for something completely different. From PhoenixLogos.com. The Volkswagen. For 3,250 British pounds. Are you sure that life didn't give us lemons? Like, we saw something lemony, and then we bred it into lemons, and then we made lemonade. And then we got that stupid helicopter one again. Modern Mechanics. This one's a repost. Let's see what the Oh! Womp womp. Oh no. Oh no, what's Shy Lily up to? Oh no. Completely sunk into the shipyard. Hopefully they'll just be able to buff that out. Anyway, this is the one I wanted to see. The tentative design subject to change. Proposed Pennsylvania Railroad Vision Line triplex. We're considering a custom rung Lionel Vision Line Pennsylvania Railroad triplex and looking for feedback. So I think Lionel actually made this. They're just doing a repaint. Yes, all of them are members of the... they are all collaborators helping Captain Hindsight in explaining what's going on, and not much else. I want to see this a little bit bigger, so we're just gonna copy the message link here, slap it down here. Yes, Captain Hindsight. So, let's zoom in. Or not. This is as close as I could possibly get without it giving me a hard time. And apparently that's what it looks like on the inside. Just yikes. Though I don't know what happened to the base of the tender. But, like, I have many questions. I just thought we'd see a little bit more. Instead of just a jump scare, you know? Oh, we still have that image. Did it continue zooming in on this page? Because I really didn't want it to do that. Halifax Stainland Motor Train. Ah, yes. Hello, Bass. Welcome to the stream. We're just looking at cursed trains again. In this case, it is the Halifax and Stanley Motor Train. That you don't want the answers to? Oh wow. That is new, but that to me, because I'm always so curious and I need answers to everything. Pretty sure if I ate yellow cake uranium, I'd be dead. There's a common myth out there that just being in the presence of just a Dixie cup's worth of yellow cake enriched uranium is fatal. But it's not fatal if you just stand next to it. It's fatal if you eat it. That is my public service announcement for today. So, we got some cursed locomotives if I've ever seen them. Just yikes. Just all sorts of yikes. Where would you find uranium? I'm not entirely sure. If it tasted like lemons. I think it would just taste like burning. But that's just my suspicion. So yeah. Mesh Shooter says, apparently GE did some rebuilds of old Soviet M62s, and they created whatever this abomination is. And I can certainly agree that's an abomination. Russian Amtrak. Yeah, it does look like that. In Soviet Russia, Amtrak rides you! Like an extended sausage. Yeah. Now, this dude's just... He's just... I'm a minute. Bro's just taking a sleep. Popsicle Red Ball Express. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. This is one of those post-war atrocities. Oh man. And this one's a nice Photoshop if I've ever seen one. Not exceptional, but whatever. And this one's a repost of a gyroscopic monorail. Let's see. Graffiti artists have moved the door of a train. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, I think I saw this on Reddit. A bunch of graffiti artists went and spray painted the doors in different positions on the train so that people would have a hard time. Obviously, this wouldn't work if you're blind, because obviously you know where the door is, because you can't see the trickery and tompoonery of these graffiti artists. Now that is cursed. That is super duper cursed. Just all sorts of wrong. Yes, a super harmless prank. But this, however, is a crime against humanity. I think this is one of those atomic locomotives that Train of Thought did a video on. Obviously super duper expensive to maintain because you got a technician here, a technician here. You got an operator here and his buddy, functionally the fireman. The prank, yeah, true, true. It do be like that sometimes. Now, is it me? Or does this look like something straight out of a Japanese manga from, like, the 60s? Because that's the cursed vibes I'm getting from this. Like, choo-choo mother... And it's just barreling down on this dude. Yeah, I'm dead too. Yes, it has arms. It has arms in front of the pistons. Are you sure it's that and not Engine Shit 17 vibes? And then there's whatever this is. Let's take a closer look. Just... There's just all sorts of wrong about this, and I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it's the internal pistons. Maybe it's the mudguard sort of thingamajig here that just wraps all the way around. Maybe it's the fact that the fireman and the engineer are vulnerable to the elements. Maybe it's the fact that their quarters over here has nothing to do with their work, or any other number of things that make this cursed. That, and it looks like it's been built into a road. The rail's been built into a road, which in the 19th century is probably not a good thing. Yeah, the cab is definitely useless. And I think we've seen this one before. Just a 2... I want to say 2-2? Or is it a 4-2-0? So yeah, vertical boiler, one driving axle, super tiny pistons. If this isn't an inspection vehicle, then I don't know what is. But yeah, I think this is a repost, but it's still cursed. The double-decker passenger cars. Well, we had to start somewhere, you know. We couldn't just have the wheel invented overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. And whatnot. Makes me so thankful for the gallery cars that Caltrain has, or had. I think they started electrification operations after like 5 years of setting up all the electrical equipment and ordering the trains. Yeah, and it's a funny funnel. That means that Train of Thought has to drink. Either that or he takes my suggestion from Saturday. What Saturday was it? I need my calendar. Yeah, it was Saturday the 4th of November 2023 of our Lord and Savior. I don't know, it's a super short train. Or locomotive, I should say. I'd imagine it could, but probably wouldn't. Sidetrack. Got an interview from another job in a hospital warehouse this time. I feel slightly underqualified. I don't know. I don't know what your work experience is or your education level. The early days of Amtrak. Oh boy. But yeah, the question of line. More like the question of mine, as in, what the were they thinking when they made this? Just completely massacred my boy. Also completely stretched him out. Like, I don't know how you do that. Like, it's probably about as cursed as leg lengthening surgery. Oh no! Oh no! Me, this is... Oh, this is atrocious. Oh boy. Oh boy. Internal cylinders, half a cab, it's a tank engine with rear trailing wheels that flex and move around corners, but a rigid frame pilot wheel set. Oh, oh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, but still, it's worth a shot. And for some reason, these wheels are not adequately balanced because the counterweight is only on this and not over here. Edward Young days. Try to come up with a 020 steam tender engine. I think somebody already made a version of that, artistically speaking. Oh, brown tram. That doesn't sound familiar to me. You must be new to the stream. Welcome. I had barely noticed. Oh boy. But yes, your company is definitely welcome. We're just taking a look at cursed trains, and this is definitely one of them. Internal pistons in goofy proportions all the way. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, yeah, that's the start of it. Ooh, who bit the bro? The London and Northwestern Railways rail motor power bogie, built at Crew Works. I think we've seen this one before. Galloping geese, but worse. Hey, Ma, can we have the galloping goose? But honey, we have the galloping goose at home. The galloping goose at home. Sorry. I meant to do this, not to say wow. But it works. It works. Yeah. It'd be pretty boring if no one was here. But yeah, gas mechanical rail bus of some sort. I feel like I like this more than the regular Galloping Goose, to be honest. But maybe that's just me. Oh! Oh! What the... Oh no! This is actually a steam-powered crane! Holy... I thought I was just imagining things earlier in this stream. Just gosh, mother... Dang! It's got the pistons here. It's a 240 steam locomotive. And it's a crane. Just... Oh... Oh... Oh boy, somebody needs to save this. This is real history here. This is the real that needs to be saved. Oh boy. Need to copy that. Actually, no, wait. I just need to open this in a new tab. And then there's whatever this is. They say they have no idea what this is, and I don't either. Let's take a closer look at this atrocity. But yeah, this looks like some sort of 222? I don't want to say it's a steam locomotive, but it's something. But yeah, this is just all sorts of wrong on so many levels. Let's delete some tabs to get them out of the way. -2. I'm sorry. Has this been posted before? It's the Erie L10880. Yes, this is a real engine. Also, there is a platform in the back, which is for feeding the firebox. Yeah, I think we've seen this one before. Still an icon, though, in my opinion. Oh, wait, who is the artist? For this? Oh, no, wait, it was over... No. Here! I don't think it actually says. But yeah, articulated camelback locomotive. In that other image. Super cool looking, just a real OG. Now, let's go back to this. Little engines can do big things. It's so adorable. What's weird though... Sorry, let me just readjust myself. Yes, good art. Possibly. I think it could have been better, but that's just my opinion. So, this is an adorable little shunter. And for some reason, the skips are tipping in the direction that follows the tracks, and I'm not entirely sure that's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing that it tips onto the tracks. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to do that. But I'm pretty sure they engineered it this way for some purpose. Yeah, super duper questionable. In the tiniest little tender with some of the largest chunks of coal I've seen in some time. Except for that thumbnail that Heist has on one of his more recent videos. As of this posting. Oh! Oh! Oh, they weren't kidding. They were not kidding when they said that. Just holy... Let me zoom out here. Just holy. Oh man, that is goofy. Ah. Tiny tender, tiny loco, super massive boiler being carried through the yard. for what I assume is the locomotive works. Oh boy. I appear. Oh. I thought my face was stuck. I was worried for a sec. Oh boy, I need to see this up close. Oh, sorry. Railroads Online hits different. The dude just floats out like he's straight out of Gary's mod. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Geared steam locomotive works. That is a very faded image. And this is one of those electric locomotives for shunting. This one's super tiny, not gonna bother. This one's just a cute little tank engine. I have no complaints. I can't imagine why this is cursed in any capacity. But this is definitely cursed. And not just because it's an abandoned locomotive in the middle of the woods. It's because I think this is a locomotive that actually ran on wood rails instead of metal rails. Otherwise the flanges wouldn't be this thick. And the wheels wouldn't be this thick either. Just, let's see. Oh man. Just a super big yikes for me. Yeah, crush, tumble, boom. And I think we've seen this before, or at least I've seen this before. Just an old vintage toy, or antique toy from like the 19th century. One that's desperately in need of restoration. And ooh, I think this is the Z-Scale collectible series, if it isn't N-Scale. It was all just a bunch of plastic models for the Galaxy Express series, specifically the anime adaptation and the manga as well. And we got the 111 all the way to the 39. I still haven't figured it out yet. I would have to modify some things first if I was to get back into Train Crisis. But I'm looking over here. There is one discrepancy I have to make, and it's this bogey here, because the observation car for the types of passenger service used that would inspire the Galaxy Express 39, as well as the Galaxy Express 39 itself, had a rear observation car with a front bogie that had 2 axles and a rear bogie with 3 axles, which kind of weird in its own right, but oh no. Double-decker rail buses, oh no, just no, what are the French up to? It's no wonder they surrendered in World War II. Cheese-eating surrender monkeys. And it also powers, it's also able to carry other passenger cars, and it's able to hook itself up with others. Just, holy, oh man, it still looks cool though, and that's the worst part. Oh boy. Oh boy. Double-decker motor coaches that also function as passenger trains too, though I think it'd be really difficult to do that because you'd need somebody checking for tickets here and you'd need someone checking for tickets here. That sounds expensive. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ooh, and some videos. Let's mute that for a sec. From the SNCF MediaTek. Let's put this into theater mode so we can actually see it a little bit better. Cinématographique. L'appareil panoramique de la SNCF. But yeah, the French countryside looks nice. I hate that I don't have my passport because I can't go anywhere. I don't think this is haunted. It's just cursed. Oh, it looks like there's little separate cabins as well. And here it is again. It kind of reminds me of the Settebellos now that I think about it. From Italy. And the romance cars from Japan in the 1950s. Though I do admit that it does look still weird. Still not as weird as some of the things that I've posted in the past, though. To be honest. Because there are other things built, other motor coaches that were... Oh, that is definitely not steam. That is either gas-powered or diesel-powered. Now, let's take a look at this 440. Wow. Western Railroad, Massachusetts, locks and canals, circa 1840. Just why? Why would anybody do this? Why would somebody make such a atrocity and crime against man? With the super duper funny funnel, and a smoke box that juts out for some reason, and a boiler that's lined with wood paneling. Oh boy. And it's got a weird valve gear too, because it's got this weird lever arm here, and it's got another lever arm here. It's hooked up to all of this, and ugh, it's disgusting. Oh no, this is even worse. It's a cog railway, but not the kind of cog railway I was thinking of. Oh gosh, it's so impractical. Is this electric? Who knows what this is powered by? It is probably powered by, some sort of narcotic substance that is no longer legal in the continental United States. Or in any other part of the United States. It snorts and then it falls apart. Yeah, that definitely does look like it's gonna fall apart. Just, I don't know why people design these kinds of things. Oh, wait, come back. Come back. It's a 422. It's a cursed 422 with... Is that 2 boilers, or is it 1.5 boilers? Just, what am I supposed to make of this? Let's see. Machine Crompton. Or Crampton. Oh yeah, it's Crompton, sorry. I thought it was Crampton, like Crampton Locomotive Works or something. But yeah, this is another French locomotive. Super duper weird. The rear drive wheel does not give it enough tractive effort because all the weight of the boiler is over the pilot wheels, which is just a complete waste. And it's got the tiniest little pistons here for some reason, and just a generic tender that looked like it was taken straight from a kid's crayon drawing. The back has a demonic spider. Yeah, let's go with that. Well, why is it time to hear sad music? There's no need to hear sad music. Now, this atrocity, just... I don't know what to make of this. This tank engine is just goofy as... Yeah, just... I don't know who thinks of these things. And it doesn't even have a headlamp, and is a North American locomotive, So there's no way it's going to survive. And it doesn't even have a plow either. Percy but cursed. Maybe. Oh, no! Gosh dang it, it just disappeared on me again. So, let's just open this in a new tab. I feel like I've seen this, but it still surprises me. Oh boy. But this is a Garrett locomotive of some sort. But it isn't piston-based now, is it? That's what makes this cursed. That and the fact that it's on not too far from the road. And then we got this Pensy Hudson, which for some reason has almost solid wheels. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to have them almost solid. Yeah, small boy train. And it's got this super duper truncated trailing wheel set, of all things. Oh yeah, maybe. And then there's whatever this is. Oh boy, I wish I could say this wasn't a common occasion, but I have a strange feeling it is. And that's it from Yield C, which today at 1:45 p.m. We're just gonna skip that. That is a condenser. What was it? No, it's not a turbine locomotive, but it's one of those locomotives from the Reichsbahn, and it's for the Olympic Games of, what was it, 36 or was it 32? The Summer Olympics. It's like one of the first Olympics in like 2,000 years. Anyway, we've gotten to my post from 5:45 today, which, in this case, is the Union Pacific's Olympic Torch Relay train for the Summer Olympics of '96 in Atlanta, Georgia, which comes with its own Olympic Torch Relay Cauldron car. And this is what it looks like. I thought it was going to be bigger. But this is an entire car dedicated to carrying the torch for the Olympic Games. And it's just all sorts of yikes. But at least it's OSHA compliant, am I right? With all those handrails. So this is what it looks like from the front. If I ate a Jack in the Box, I'm pretty sure there wasn't going to be much I could eat, to be honest. Just gonna scoot this back a bit. Might have to reduce the gain on my microphone. Here it is from a different angle back in '96. Sponsored, of course, by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, and don't forget the ice. But I'm gonna be selling clocks. And this is what it looks like for the same train, except for 2002. Maybe SD40s. I need to go look it up again. I wasn't paying too much attention. So yeah, this is the same train, except for the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City, Utah. And here it is, a nice panoramic, or nice landscape view. And this is, yeah, they remodeled it to look a little nicer for the occasion the second time around. So, what makes them cursed? Aside from the aesthetics of the Cauldron car being particularly tacky, especially for the 1996 version, but what makes this cursed that I couldn't necessarily talk about, I'll get to in a moment. Normal freight train, but something is not right. Passenger train, you mean, right? right? Anyway, so where was I? So yeah, there was the Olympic relay trains, torch relay trains. There were two of them that I can recall from the Union Pacific. There may or may not be more. I'd have to go dig a little deeper. But in my opinion, even though they were both commercial successes, financially speaking, they were great for the 1996 Summer Olympics and the 2002 Winter Olympics. They were both disasters in their own right. The one in 2002 because there was a huge scandal with the Salt Lake organizing committee's attempt at trying to get the bid for the Winter Olympics. They had spent like almost 10 years trying to get it. And when they finally did it, the only way they were able to do it was with a bribe or series of bribes or whatever, which was which became international headlines. Oh, okay. Good night then, SFFS van. You have a good one. I don't know. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were gone for the night. Okay, so, where was I? So yeah, in 2002, there was the scandal with the the Salt Lake Organizing Committee for the Olympic Games, with the bribery scandal. A lot of people got turfed out of that. Mitt Romney had to step in to reorganize everything and get stuff back together again. But that was back when I think he worked for, what was it, Bain Capital? Before he ran for office and then lost to Obama in 2012 in the race for the presidency. Yeah, return after these messages. But yeah, there was also in 2002 some scandals with doping and referee judgment calls. Because Korea was really mad at one of the calls from one of the ice skating races, and they got one of their dudes disqualified, if I remember the article correctly. And they didn't take too kindly to his disqualification because he was in first place for speed skating or something. Now, the reason that the 1996 Olympics was a disaster, how do I explain this? It got freaking bombed by a right-wing extremist. I wish I was kidding. But that actually happened. And there was a casualty. And there was a whole fiasco with the investigation into the explosion, because apparently the attack was performed by this one dude who was already in a lot of trouble historically. I think he may have already been a fugitive at that point, before the incident, if he wasn't already. I mean, if he wasn't afterwards. And the FBI started looking in the wrong direction, and they tried to pin the blame on this one guy who didn't do it, and it became a whole fiasco and a media circus, and this dude's life was, I want to say it was ruined in some capacity, because they stuck his name in the mud and just buried it there. And what else was there? So yeah, there was a media frenzy, and then eventually the FBI's like, you know what? We're kind of wrong about this. We are not going to press charges against you, as it seems that we do not have enough evidence. Oh yes, you're welcome. So yeah, they drop any sort of further investigation on this dude, whose name I don't recall, who was the security guard who helped try to save people from the explosion after he found the explosive. And after being first lauded as a hero and then harangued in the press within a matter of months at breakneck speeds, eventually things would die down. He'd file defamation suits with the press and one of his previous employers and got some settlements out of court, but most of it didn't actually go towards any sort of retirement. It was more to pay attorney's fees and make a point and to clear his name. Unfortunately, that dude who was accused, who was actually the hero in all of this, he is no longer with us. But they have made multiple series, docudramas, true crime mysteries about this attack and this gentleman who was wrongly accused. And the actual manhunts for the person who was actually responsible. I can't remember his name. Let me go look it up again. If I can find the tab. Because I have a strangest feeling I may have closed them all. Yep, and it doesn't look like it remembers. But yeah, there was an explosion in the Centennial Olympic Park in Atlanta, Georgia. The dude who was the hero in the story is Richard Jewell. The hero who's no longer with us, who was wrongly implicated in the case. I'm trying to close some tabs because I have too many tabs here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, so many tabs. Oh, I guess I did have the tab the whole time. Okay, so yeah, they finally dropped whatever it was they were accusing Richard Jewell of doing, and they finally found the actual culprits, Eric Rudolph. Formerly named as a suspect in '98. And actually a suspect in multiple bombings, actually, now that I am catching up on this. And at one point, he was this Eric Rudolph dude was like on the list for the 10 most wanted fugitives on the FBI's most wanted fugitive list. And it was just a whole fiasco, to make a long story short. Something that could have been completely avoided. Oh no, I'm just looking at the wiki. But yeah, I did spend a lot of time trying to take a look at this and doing my due diligence. And yeah, both of these Olympic Games were disasters in their own rights, and they really shed a terrible light on American history in the international stage, with multiple disasters and controversies and other dumb stuff. Like, I don't know what it is about America, dude. This is what you get when you build an entire country on yeah, I'm gonna skip following through on that sentence. But this is the last post for today from Logerid D51. It is a repainting of a Genesis locomotive to look like the New York Central. I'm not sure if this is real or not, so we're gonna go find out. Let's just bounce back here. Tap this. Paste here. Oh yeah, this... Oh, wait. Is this real? This can't be real. Yeah, it's not real. It's just Photoshop. Just Photoshop. But it's a good Photoshop, maybe. Kind of. To build a country on freedom. I was actually going to say burial grounds, but there isn't a country that isn't built on burial grounds now that I think about it. Like, they found, I forget, which king was it that they found buried in a parking lot in the United Kingdom? And the only reason they found out was because when they dug it up, they found a ring that he owned and nobody else did. Or something to that effect. I can't remember his name. Let's find out. He was in the War of the Roses. Oh, King Richard III, I was right. Yeah, King Richard III. King found under parking lot, finally laid to rest. Leicester, England, CNN. Richard III, King found beneath car parking lot, has been reburied in solemn but celebratory service 530 years after his death in battle. Remains of the medieval monarch are sensationally rediscovered beneath a blanket of tarmac in the center of the Leicester area in August of 2012. But yeah, if that's not cursed, then I don't know what is. But yeah, that wraps it up. Yeah, it is a headline. It's something straight out of the Onion, but it wasn't the Onion. It was Reuters. It was the Associated Press. It was CNN. It was ABC, NBC, Der Spiegel. Probably Hertz too. Hertz spelled, I think, H-A-A. How do they spell Hertz again? H-A-A-E-R-T-Z? I have to go check. Oh, Hertz. That's what it is. H-A-A-R-E-T-Z. That's what it is. But yeah, it was all over the international headlines when they discovered his body. It's just completely bonkers what you can find if you just look hard enough. I'm just surprised nobody noticed. Like, Paris is built over the catacombs, right? Right? Or at least a decent chunk of it is. But yeah, so what do you want me to do from here? Did you want me to look for more cursed trains to post? Or... oh, hello again. Or did you just want me to kind of wrap up for the night? Because I do have to be mindful of some of the things I need to do this evening, like get ready for bed before my parents go to sleep. Namely because not just because it's annoying when I'm getting ready for bed and they want to sleep, but also because if I wash up for the evening soon enough, then I don't have to wipe down the shower. And I very much appreciate not having to wipe it down. Yes, it is November. No Nut November. And I don't know if anybody should actually be participating in it. Oh, Mental Health Month. I completely walked into that one. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. But it's also, what is it? It's an awareness month for men's health, especially when it comes to awareness for prostate cancer and testicular cancer, I think. Because it's that's what November is. There's a reason they also call it Mustache November or Movember. Just gonna... You've already failed. Here's the trick to No Nut November. You just don't participate in it. It's that simple. You don't have to do it because somebody told you to. It was 11:59. Oh man, that's good. Oh man, that's good. Oh man. Oh man, you guys are good. You guys are good. Oh god. Oh god. Oh man. Oh man. But yeah, Mustache November, Movember, official website. Time to unite, take mental health, unaliving, and various forms of your male cancers, and coming together to make sure that everybody's all good. Because there's a lot of things that you need to be aware of. Obviously, the Mustache November site is a good place to look up how you can contribute and learn about how to spot the signs, the early signs of cancer. I would know. I would know because I had cancer. And yeah, it's always important to check. Always follow the instructions provided by your doctors on how to properly check, and always make sure that you have your annual exams. Make sure they're extra thorough. Make sure nothing is overlooked. If something feels wrong, tell your doctor, of course. And yeah, that's what comes to mind right now for Mustache November. Obviously, I will not be growing out a mustache, but it doesn't pass the vibe check for me. But that doesn't mean I'm not there in spirit for everybody, raising awareness. It's always important that you check on your health and wellness and the health and wellness of the ones around you that you love and care for. Family, friends. Oh, okay, that's good, that's good. Actually, now that I think about it, I should probably make a Mustache November-based post. Gotta remove the semicolon. Yeah, this is very difficult to find. But yeah, unfortunately, I am not able to find a lot of images of trains with mustaches. There's just images of people showing you how to train your mustache into the right shape. Saw a Czech mustache pendolino earlier. So here's the Virgin Trains version. Let's just open this image. Actually, no. Copy image. Copy image. Gonna close this off. Bounce over here. Just gonna type this down. It's Mustache November, among other things. Which means it's an excellent time to brush up on your understanding of various male issues. How am I going to phrase it, though? Oh, yeah. Thanks for that, by the way, Dr. Dux. So how am I going to phrase it? Let's bounce back to Mustache November again, to the official website. So let's see. Which means here's your friendly reminder to stay informed on issues affecting men, like male exclusive cancers, mental health, etc. So check up on your loved ones, get screened by your doctor. Let's see. Any more things I needed to add? Check up on your loved ones, get screened by your doctor, and growing some facial hair. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I think that's. I really wish there were more images though, of trains with mustaches. Oh, there's this all-stem cone meg. I guess that works. So I'll just tap this here. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I have to go back. Copy. Oh, full-sized image, please. Let's copy this bad boy. If I can. It doesn't look like it wants me to. Am I even able to save it? I guess I can save it. I guess I'll just save it. Just hop over to here. Quick access. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. This one's what is this? It's an HTML. Dang it. I don't want this. I just want the image. Gosh dang it. Let's scoot this over if we can help it. Yeah, it really doesn't want to move. Okay, alternate plan. Windows key, Shift S. Except it moved the page up, so now we're gonna have to try it again. Create QR code. I hate it when this happens. I'm hoping this is gonna be... Ooh! Ooh, ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh. This might do it. Copy image. Paste image. That's what I'm talking about. But I feel like adding this because I think this is definitely cursed, but I don't think that's what I want to do. Let's see, but up. Yeah, I can't. I can't. So I guess that, yeah, oh wait, there's one more. Or two more. Let's see. Copy image. Paste image. Okay. I think that's more than enough. 3 is enough, right? Right? So yeah, Mustache November, among other things, which means here's your friendly reminder to stay informed on issues affecting men like male-exclusive cancers, mental health, etc. So check up on your loved ones, get screened by your doctor, and have some fun growing some facial hair. For these insights and more, see so-and-so. Okay. Processing. Yay, it worked! Okay. Just when you've seen everything, here's even more to see. Yeah. So, yeah, I think now is a good time to wrap it up, because I've already added another post. So, yeah, I think today's stream was good. I think I should be able to get some of my extra affairs in order this evening. So, oh, you're welcome. Thank you all for watching, of course. Obviously, go check out Train of Thoughts Discord. You can post your cursed trains there. Go check out Train of Thoughts YouTube channel and his Twitter at TrainFactsGuy, or the TrainFactsGuy. Because without him, none of these streams would be possible. So yeah, go subscribe to him. Go and do all that important stuff. Also, don't forget to support me here in any way you can. Just liking, sharing, and subscribing for more with the notifications on is a great step in the right direction. But if you can go even further, you're able to be a channel member or become a patron on patreon.com or donate directly through my Stream Elements link. These and other things, of course, are in the description below this live stream. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. And until then, take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up. Bye, everyone.